What is Blueprints?
Genre defining, the best game of 2025.
It's a game that brazenly defies easy classification.
Blueprints is unconventional.
It's a roguelite puzzle game with elements of a genre some people call Metroidvania.
Blueprints is an absolute masterpiece.
Blueprint, another of those very rare camel platypus tarantula hybrids that defy comparison and terrify the absolute shit out of zoo-going schoolchildren.
Blueprints is a roguelite puzzle game. First of all, the name itself tells you a lot about this game, as it's a reference to blueprints, like that you build buildings from. That alone will tell you this is going to be a thing. It is incredibly unique in its game design. It is fundamentally a game full of puzzles with some RNG elements and a gameplay loop where it is designed to be played over and over and over again. So most of the time when you solve a puzzle, it just gives the reward is a puzzle. That's how this game tends to work. Oh, congrats, you solved it. Here's a harder one. You. That's basically how this game works. Congratulations, you did it. Now do that one. It is a game where you will get frustrated because at times you will feel the game is not giving you what you need to progress.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I hate this game. Literally the worst game ever created in the history of video games. Yep. Crazy. Oh, keycard. I love this game. This game's awesome. As you continue to play it, you will see that there are reasons that happens. There are reasons the game needs you to continue to do days and not just have successful run after successful run, etc. So it is roguelite in that regard, where it kind of, you will lose. The point of the game is to lose at times, and that's okay. It is a game full of incredibly intelligent, interesting puzzles. Okay, so there's a third rule here. If we put this here, then any two of them are touching, they can do. Cool. Puzzles that don't necessarily need you to be the smartest or most intelligent person, but puzzles that absolutely need you to be looking around at things, taking screenshots, taking notes. In fact, we use the Steam overlay and note system, which is incredibly good. If you play this on Steam, you can just hold down Shift and hit Tab. What that will do is that will bring up the Steam overlay. Recently, they added the feature that you can add notes. So you can just click this and bring up your notes, and you can use this as a place to write down any notes you have in this game or any other. Also pretty cool, whenever you do have like a list of things you want to do or remember, you can click the pin icon on the top and it will put your notes in your game on the screen persistently. So you can kind of like make yourself a little to-do list. You can go through and check it. You can go back and edit it, move it around. You can even make it opaque. Look at that. Pretty freaking cool. I have been using it extensively and can't imagine playing this game without something like that. The short of it is you don't need to be super intelligent. You just need to be observant. And with that, you can absolutely continue to progress in the game. I'm not sure how that works. Okay. Right there. Perfect. Some of the puzzles are hard, don't get me wrong, but they're absolutely doable by all folks. This is not a puzzle game just for puzzlers. This is a game that anyone can really pick up, I think. But it is a puzzle game and it's pretty hard. So the way that you play this game, the way that it works, is there is a mansion that the floor plan changes every day. There is a big grid of rooms, and every time you enter a room via a door from a previous room, 3 random rooms are drafted, and you have to choose which one goes in. So we want this to go down here. We'll do this for the extra draft. The game basically plays kind of like a build your own mansion path kind of thing. And the goal, well, I'll let you figure out the goal because that's a big part of it. And you learn pretty early exactly what that means. And it also may change throughout the course of the game. So the goal is something you will need to figure out for yourself. But the gameplay is basically that. It is a build a mansion. Every day it resets. All the rooms have various puzzles. A lot of the rooms connect. A lot of the rooms play off each other. There's puzzles involving singular rooms. There's puzzles involving multiple rooms. There's puzzles involving the entire mansion. There's puzzles involving the entire area around the mansion. Puzzles in puzzles while you puzzle, so you can puzzle while you puzzle. And it's pretty fantastic. So what makes this game different in the sea of other games out there? First of all, there's not a lot of great quality puzzle games. There's a reason this game took 8 years to make. But yeah, the thing that really separates this game is that it is exceptionally well designed and well made. There is not a game that you can compare blueprints to directly. There is not a blueprints like out there. This is a solitary island of game design in terms of the loop and the way that it works in the genre that it's doing. And frankly, it's remarkably fun. As somebody who kind of strives and looks for games that are doing new and off the beaten path things, that's exactly what this game is. It is a rarity in game dev where we see something so wildly different done in such a well iterated, well designed way that the whole package is just phenomenal. So there's no question that this game is going to be some people's game of the year. No question. And it deserves it for sure. Things they could improve in this game. To be blunt, I'm not done with it, so I don't really have a list of things to improve. There are a number of unskippable cutscenes, and there are some QOL things that I'd love to see changed. Like, for instance, there's some puzzles that you have to repeatedly solve all the time, like putting in codes and waiting for animations and stuff like that, that frankly, they should just leave open, because there's other puzzles they do just leave open, so it's a little weird that it does that. And also there's lots of weird delays in the game.
A few moments later. $40 coins. Okay. That entire cutscene right there with the long black screen, the sound effect, the slowly opening chest, that could have been an email. They need to either tone down or take out after the first time you've done them, like using computers, which you have to do all the time. Using computers has this weird delay where the text has to scroll across the screen and you have to wait for things to connect, and that's fun the first time, but maybe the next few days, like, start making that instant so we can get to like the parts we haven't done 50 plus times before. But honestly, these are minor things. Like, I don't really think anything needs to change in terms of the gameplay loop. I don't think anything needs to change in terms of the RNG. Like, I think it's clearly a pretty well-balanced experience, and outside of QL stuff, it's been a blast. If you want to hear my thoughts on another indie game, I have a video covering Repo over here.